Hello! I'm pretty sure I have a cold. But also, I don't care. I wanted to do Dragon Quest. So yeah, welcome back. I got a lot of tokens. I want to show you how to get a lot of tokens. As I grinded for a lot, and So, other than a recipe book, which is 1,000 tokens, we have all of the recipe books from the other casino. So, I'm going to show you how best to get to where I am. And this is what you want to start with. Just the bottom two. You definitely want the middle. Technically, you can substitute the top layer for the bottom. All that matters is that you're using the middle. You're just close to all the stuff down here, which you'll want for later ones by doing these two. This is how you want to start. As for how you want to end up, well, this is a setup you're going to want to use and bet on once you've already gotten enough tokens. So just slowly build your way up to this. Don't go straight forward, because that's just a waste of money. It's very easy to get tokens, and what you do is, if you lose, just reset the game, because this room has an auto-save. Save just outside, making it so that you will basically have a 100% chance of winning as long as you're patient. We don't do the sides because well, the middle side barely turns a profit, and the bottom and the corners turn practically no profit. The center and the bottom that we did bet on does bring money, but not a ton, and you will get a buttload if you land on any of the middle. Oh crap. If you bet on the middle ones and lands there, you'll earn a crap ton of tokens. I keep forgetting this laptop has a touchscreen because it's not useful most of the time. Yeah, that room has an autosave, and then whenever you get a big win, leave and come back. Act to save your progress, or when you get a good amount of tokens. And ultimately, I think it's 252 is the minimum you need to do that trick. That said, I already told you where to redeem the other stuff, and I also redeemed the outfit. Other than that one, because we already had this one. I hate these. Also, this is expensive for what it actually does, because it just gives you 50 more charm than the other one. But Jade doesn't super care about charm. Anyway, I want to buy all of this stuff, because, well, it's key items. And we can only get one of most of these. Anything in blue you can only get one of. That will just make our horse irrelevant. This is the best whip. If nothing else, you want to buy this, and ultimately, I decided I want to give it to Sylvander. As I kind of want, by the end of this adventure, everyone to have an ultimate weapon. And, yeah, like Flippy's getting knives, because that's the vlogs on Eric. You can also buy these, which are amazing. And expensive. Oh no, they're not. I completely misread that. Yeah, we're gonna just... buy as many of these as we can carry. Or afford, because that's how you also make money here. You sell these off. I believe these are the highest profit. I could potentially be wrong. So yeah, as many as we can get without ruining the tokens, we need to do the high chance of making a profit little trick thing. But yeah, unfortunately we can only buy these 9 at a time. But these are a full restore of MP. Getting all your MP back is pretty dang good. So yeah, I'm just gonna be filling everyone's inventory with as many of these as they can carry until I run out of tokens. Or can't afford to keep doing this more accurately, which I think is actually now. I'm gonna play it safe and not get nearly as many. Yeah, that got me as close as I'm willing to go. Oh, because I can still very easily get a whole lot of stuff. And I'll fix up the inventories more and give some for everyone later. But yeah, you can now... This is probably going to be something I grind out to get as... You might want to do more grinding, but that's just all of the important items here. So let's look at what we can actually make now. Yeah, we got this better magic shield. Uber Falcon Blades, a better Falcon Blade. And Uber Miracle Sword, which is a better Miracle Sword and is... Jeez. It's Miracle Slash in the form of a weapon. Fortunately, you have to use Pep Pips to make these. So not going to be able to afford to make many. In fact, I'm only going to make one for Hendrik. Since it's a dang good sword. And could really help. And it could help us show swords in a situation where it won't be painfully weak. Oh no! I didn't mean to hit that one. Let's use this to make our next one crit. And I can't afford to do another bash to finish. Great. Well, I tried. And if I didn't mess up, I probably would have actually got it, too. And I think for now, I might actually make one of the Uber Falcon Blades as well. At least for now. I might make another one later. I'm gonna beat things up so it's easier to bash. Ah, great. I'm not gonna be able to make this one either. Not without more focus. Okay, well, I tried. And now we have an Uber Falcon Blade, which I think would be pretty good on Eric. Well, once we get him going with swords, which is not yet. Okay, well, the Miracle Sword is better for Hero, but I'm not gonna use it. But is this Nebula Sword better or worse than the Falcon Blade I just made? Which I also need to account for when in the offhand is double. Double always, because it attacks twice. Maybe? Honestly, I think I might save the Uber Falcon Blade for later, but I'll give Hendrik the Uber Miracle Sword for now. I think that's it, because those are the two sword users. So yeah, let's see Sword Hendrik for a while. Technically, it'd be better to use the what am I trying to say? The climax, duh. But I want to see Sword Hendrik for a bit, and it's not like a lot of his strings are going to be topped by that Miracle Sword. Combined with his Grey Falcon Slash. Okay, I want to go over why I think... I want to go in greater detail this episode as I, on the spot, decide what we're doing for this specific spot, or episode rather. As we're gonna do the Octagonia questline solely because we're here. Unless it's too hard, in which case we'll probably do something else instead. But I'm gonna attempt it. This might be incredibly stupid, but I'm gonna attempt it. That said, I want Eric for this attempt. As Eric's really good for the flip we're doing here. What are we gonna do? This is bad, miss our hero, really bad. Bunch of MMA fighters forced their way into the orphanage and headed underground. Uncle Vince went after him, but I'm kind of worried about him down there all by himself. Will you go and see if everything's okay? On the thing. Where we killed the giant spider. Vince knows better, but those other guys don't. Okay, correction. He knows better now. Yeah, we gotta go back through this place. But I guess there aren't technically harder enemies. Yeah, we gotta deal with multiple enemies in the next boss fight. Or before the next boss fight, more accurately. Also, yeah, here's a new outfit I got. I got those outfits back there. All the outfit stuff. Okay, I want to talk about Grandstand, as on paper it seems like the best thing for Sylvando himself. I disagree heavily. Sylvando's skill tree as a whole, this new one we got last episode, sucks for him. It makes them actively worse, as there's the only thing that actually helps him himself, and not the rest of the party. Instead, is his steel skill, Finger of Justice, which is just a really strong attack. Other than Finger of Justice, nothing of them helps actually Sylvando. Just the female party members get stronger from his skill tree upgrade. I went over last time why I hate Whipping Boy. He's not a tank. Kendrick gets the same thing, but he takes less damage with his passive, which he only has one of on his skill tree. But he can't counter, but Sylvando doesn't do great damage, and I assume it's based off attack and not charm. You know, his actually kind of good stat. I don't know what they were thinking. Ladies First makes him objectively useless as a healer unless Davina's just not in the party. And forget about his damage, because he's out-damaged by everyone without it. So it's not so you're always gonna use either Jade or Veronica instead of him to attack from now on. On his own turn. It's free, so it's not like there's any downside to using it of running out of PP. Because that's not possible to happen. I should have used his whip. He does full damage with the whip he has. That's its passive effect of the ultimate whip. Yeah, the downside to you using a single sword is, or Hendrick's sword is, it's the only weapon where you can't possibly hit more than one enemy. Huzzah! Anyway, back to Sylvando's skill tree. Grandstand would literally only be useful if Sylvando was the last one left alive. But, and I mean that, like, you have no other party members, absolutely everyone else is dead. Not just who you had active when you brought him out, but also the party members in the back are also dead. Which will literally never happen because, other than Eric, he's like one of the frailest of the bunch. Maybe Veronica and Eric are frailer, but the dude cannot take much punishment despite what Whipping Boy tries to suggest otherwise. He cannot take too much punishment. As a result, it's goddamn useless to use his actually kind of... what am I trying to say here? There's no point to using Grandstand, as more often than not, you're not buffing Sylvando, you're using him to buff someone else. Meaning you're never going to actually get benefit from him having more attack, because he doesn't even do attack for his name. So you'd actually need to have him on his own against multiple enemies to make use of it.
The dust.
Use of the attack boost. And ironically, it would have been better if we got it on one of his other skill trees where we had access to it from the beginning. When we even know for a fact he knows how to do it from the beginning because he uses it against you in the MMA. How fitting we're talking about that here, of all places. But yeah, Whipping Boy, I keep saying it, but it's god awful. Sylvando isn't tanky, so you don't, and more often than not, you want someone else to take hits for him, not him to take hits for everyone else. So it's a whole lot more helpful to have Hendrik use his forbearance, I think that's the skill, and protect the party, and Sylvando, than to have Sylvando protect the others, because he's not tanky. And he doesn't get access to either of the two best shields, so he's super not tanky. He's not able to tank unless they try to make him anyway. And then the rest is all stat buffing stuff. Overall, his skill tree sucks. His upgraded one, I mean.
What brings you here, partner? Wait, you can tell me later. We got bigger problems. Check it out. Something funny's going around. Kind of reminds me how I used to look after a knight on the old fighting juice. Which means this must be your Ractagon's doing. But you took that sucker out, right? I just don't get it. Well, whatever. Right now, we need to knock some sense into these guys. What do you say, partner? For old time's sake.
Cool. I feel bleeding amazing. Like I could punch the head off an horse.
Come here and let me give you a licking. I can't wait to see what your blood tastes like.
I was hoping we get the chance to meet again. I can't wait to show you all my new moves. Hey Vince, remember the last time we tangled? Pretty hot stuff, right? I hope you're ready for more of the same.
We made a pretty good team, didn't we, Syl? But that's all over. I'm with a Ractagon now. I don't need you anymore. I don't need anybody.
Come on in, champ. Let's see what you and your mate here are made of.
Okay, I think we actually get things to make this a fair fight. Yeah, we do. We want to focus on their healer, then on Golden Boy, as Golden Boy and as once they can't heal, their multi-target is their deadliest weapon. He also got his automatic attack boost, so we don't even need to bother. That said, I think I'm gonna be doing things another way. Ooh, that's not great. What? just came out of my mouth. Yeah, the fight fantastic. I want everyone to have an attack boosted. And then I'm gonna start buffing defense with Hendrik.
You hear that? That's the sound of your
That's a weak attack. Sure, waste all the time you want attacking that guy. I'm just gonna pep Hero back up. And boost all our defenses while I'm at it. Oh, look at that! So yeah, let's just... You are the one. Yeah. Oh my god! Eric just took him out in a single hit. Really wish that I actually had my... what am I thinking of? Omni Heal on Hero. Unfortunately, that's the next thing I'm gonna get. So, I don't.
Hold on, sweetie.
Yeah, you can heal us all up a little.
Burn!
Okay, Hendrik, I just want you to take out Golden Boy. Yeah, Miracle Sword's good on Hendrik, and probably his best sword if you're not using... Well, it's his best sword other than the actual best sword. The actual best sword is better. But if you're not using actually the best sword, then it is. Is the next... It's the next best thing because it's really strong and heals him based on the 30% of the damage he deals at the weakest. Is stage... Pretty sure that's probably more if you have an actually strong one. No, I brought Sylph because I wanted to show off his whips and other stuff, but we still have him doing the same things because his weapons ultimately only matter for what they pair with others. Yeah, take her out. I'm gonna shift over to single package now. Well, except Eric. Eric can keep just doing his thing. I want to get as high to max health as I can because we're about to have a rematch. Match against you probably know who. Assuming you've seen the episode where, in the original, back in Act 1 where we were here. The first Octagonia act, that's what I'm trying to say. And if you haven't, what are you doing watching this one? That was a very early episode. This is, like, endgame flip. Oh hey! Vince got some new moves. I want to get Eric back to full MP. I'm gonna use Hero's turn to do that. I want to max out Eric's MP before, or at least give him more, before we move on. On to the next fight. I'll be danged, he actually survived. That said, he didn't get to do any damage, so bye.
Victory!
Pathetic. Those humans were even more spineless than I thought. Still, they were just the warm-up act.
Octagon! What the? How come you're still alive?
I owe it all to the Dark One. He brought me back and made me stronger than ever. Ensnaring power-hungry fighters in my web of deceit is so easy now. Soon, all will serve me. But Vince, what's happened to you, old friend? You don't seem so desperate as you once did. Has the luminary softened your sickly human heart? Such a shame. I had something special in mind for you. You were going to be the centerpiece of my plan to rule Octagonia.
Not gonna happen. Come on, partner. Let's kick this creepy crawly back into the trash.
You think you can stop me? Stupid humans. Very well. Then I'll have to show you how strong I've become. How strong the Dark One has made me. You won't escape alive.
That's highly debatable. I'm gonna switch Eric out for Rab. We haven't used Rab much. And honestly, I'm thinking of maybe switching around the party sooner rather than later. Well, let's give him a taste of his own medicine and lower his defenses. Hero's about to run out, so let's hit him with a tempered tantrum for now. Decent damage. You unfortunately won't get a chance to buff this turn because I need to heal. Yeah, I can't think of many situations where you'd actually want to use Grand Slam, because more often than not, you want him buffing someone else. Did I say Grand Slam? I meant Grand Stand. Anyway, I need to cancel out those defense sounds. Oh, Rab might be dead. Oh no, he lived. I need to get Sylvando out of this fight. His healing's not keeping up. I think we finally reached the point where I just need to not use him, because Rab is so much more useful. Especially if, like me, you're not using Ladies First, and it's even worse to have him in the party. Because he's out-healed by everyone, out-damaged by everyone. Rab does more damage, damage and heals more than Sylvando. Really, the only thing he doesn't do is buff attack. And even still, not only can Veronica also do that, at being just as effective. Honestly, the only thing he doesn't have is maybe you're a little more tanky with Sylvando, but even still, Sylvando's not super tanky, so yeah, Rab's just better at healing. The only thing, ultimately, Sylvando ends up as a purpose for charm to exist, which if you need a character to make a stat at a point, you might want to not have that stat. I'm gonna cousin on Serena's turn. I also need to buff defenses.
Let there be light.
Oh, they all missed. Great. That's great. I say that like it's not actually. Yeah, just keep sword dancing. Oh, I need to get that defense down back on him. Sap!
This'll soften him up!
Heck, Serena even kinda outdamages Sylvando because she has Divine Restitution, which is based off her healing stat. Sylvando, I hate to say it because he's an amazing character. Story-wise. Like, his characterization is amazing, but his practical battle prowess sucks. Like horribly. He's really bad in combat.
Here you go, laddie! Blast off!
Like, don't get me wrong. Unless you are abusing his ability to give his turn to a female party member, he's not good. That's kind of his only use late game, is his ability to give his turn to Serena or Veronica or Jade to do more damage or healing than he can provide. His extra skill tree makes him irrelevant to the point where now we kind of reached the point where it's come to a head and we no longer want to use him because it's better to just bring anyone else because he's out healed, out damaged. If I brought Veronica, they could buff.
May I strike with the fleetness of thunder!
At the end of the day, he gets a slightly better single target, attempts to be a tank, gives up his turn to someone who actually can do damage or healing well, or uses a buff that's only really useful if everyone else is all 7 other party members are dead. And even still, it's not super helpful because he doesn't use attack for his damage. He uses charm. Sucks. Oh, right, we get the XP.
Oh, goody.
I believe that's enough for... Yeah, that's your knife. And it's time we start working on swords for Eric. So hopefully it won't be too long until we can get the good skill so I can show that off. You don't have enough for Crucial. You cannot afford Kazamuel. You can maybe afford something. Yeah, you can. Jeez. And I'm pretty sure Hendrik has the same buff as Sylvando on his fraternity skill tree as well. But, like, unlike Sylvando's, Hendrik actually uses attack. His other attack buff costs his defense. And this is a way to buff his defense and his damage at the same time, which is actually helpful because unlike Sylvando, that actually might not be a bad thing per se for Hendrik to do. I'm pretty sure that's what one of those two sealed skills are. Man, it's lucky you turned up when you did. Ain't no way I could have saved all those guns for myself. Thanks, partner. Wish I had the castle buy or something to save things, but things are pretty tight right now at the office. Thought I'd give you this, though. It ain't much, but still. Crystal Claws. That's actually pretty good for... I want to say there was... No, it's going to be Jade, ultimately. But for now, it's pretty good on Rab. Since it also absorbs health. Never mind, that is better on Jade. I thought that was a different item. Speaking of, I think I want to start using Jade's claws soon. Wrong person. It's not as good as her poker, but it's fine. But with that, I think that's gonna be all for today's episode, folks. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye!